If I was broke today, I would not start a business. And I know that sounds crazy, because that's the advice everyone gives online. Start a business, be your own boss, escape the 9 to 5. But here's what nobody talks about. Starting a business while you're broke might actually keep you broke longer. A few years ago, I thought starting a business was the answer to all my problems. I believed if I could just become an entrepreneur, everything would change. More freedom, more money, less stress. At least that's what I imagined. Reality turned out to be very different. The truth is, I wasn't starting from strength. I was starting from pressure. And pressure changes the way you think. You become impatient. Every day without results feels like failure. Every setback feels personal. Every delay feels dangerous, because you need the business to work immediately. That's when I realized something important. Most broke businesses don't fail because the idea was bad. They fail because the person behind them runs out of money, or confidence, or patience, sometimes all three at the same time. The business wasn't the problem. The pressure was. The constant fear of running out of money. That fear makes smart people make bad decisions. Then I imagined meeting an older version of myself, someone who had already made the mistakes. And I asked him a simple question. If you had to start over from zero, what would you do? He didn't say start a business. He didn't say take bigger risks. He didn't say work harder. He said something much simpler. Build income first, then build the business. At first, I didn't understand. But the more I thought about it, the more sense it made. Income creates breathing room. Income reduces panic. Income gives you time to think clearly. And clarity changes everything. Instead of chasing random business ideas, you start building useful skills. Skills people are already willing to pay for. Skills that solve real problems. Maybe that's video editing. Maybe it's graphic design. Maybe it's writing content. Maybe it's managing social media pages. The skill itself isn't the point. The point is creating cash flow. Because cash flow isn't just money. It's emotional stability. When money starts coming in, even a little, you stop making decisions out of fear. And that's when something interesting happens. You stop looking for shortcuts. You start thinking long term. You start making smarter decisions. Because now you're building from stability, not desperation. That's why if I was broke today, I wouldn't rush into starting a business. I'd focus on building skills. I'd focus on creating income. I'd focus on building a foundation strong enough to support bigger dreams later. Because business is hard enough already. There's no reason to make it harder by starting from survival mode. The goal isn't to avoid business forever. The goal is to enter business from a position of strength. Because when stability comes first, growth becomes easier. And that's a lesson I wish someone had taught me much earlier.